Hello guys, welcome back to me talking about the one and only thing we all love, money. In today's video, I want us to look at this company called Relish Capital, if it's legit or not. You may have seen it trending on Twitter and TikTok, but I'm not going to mention the influencers involved. This video is not about them. Time is money and I don't want to waste yours, so let's get started. This company says they're a crowd investing property platform that gives you an access to the Dubai property market and allows you to earn competitive returns. Their main focus is using shipping containers, which they use to develop properties. On their website, they claim that their property investing is safer because their homes are booked 3 months in advance. How amazing. So they already know that people will book for about 3 months. Apparently, they are big on transparency and the returns are paid every month. It sounds like a good deal so far, doesn't it? Well, it gets better. They are a division of KCT Capital, a registered and regulated company in Dubai. At this point, you may be thinking this company is perfect and worth investing in. Let's see if that's the case. They offer 3 different packages. It's actually funny how all this kind of investments always have packages. Anyway, for the standard package, you can invest as little as $70 and a maximum of $240 per year. You then get 20% monthly interest, so they know the possible returns, which would make sense in this case because they know the number of properties they have and how much they are renting them out for, so let's give them a benefit of a doubt. For Plus package, you invest a minimum of $250 and $900 maximum per year. They pay an interest of 25% monthly. And lastly, for the Elite package, you put a minimum of $1,000 and a maximum of $60,000 per year, and you get back 30% monthly. The key word in this is guaranteed earnings every month. They even highlighted it, but we'll discuss this later in the video. I was really interested in finding out more about this company since a lot of people asked me to check it out. I contacted one of my friends to create an account with a spare SIM card. The first thing we did was to join the WhatsApp group, which you find when you go to their Instagram account. Immediately after joining the group, we received a welcome message. Then we went ahead and asked to verify if Relish Capital is indeed a division of KCT. It turned out that the group we were in was only for investors. So we had to go back to the website to find the number for Relish Capital and send the exact message. They did reply and said we should email KCT to ask this information, which I did. And when I did, they just told me that they cannot disclose this information because it's confidential and all the necessary information is there on DFSA website. So what did I do? I went back to DFSA website to find out more. Here's what I found. KCT is registered. This is their registration number and these are the individuals involved. I could not see the name of Relish Capital founder and co-founder, but maybe they prefer not to be at the forefront, right? I mean, it is possible. These are the services offered by KCT, including managing a collective investment fund. Relish Capital is a collective investment fund because we invest, they develop properties and rent them out, or at least that's what they say. From these authorized individuals, 4 out of 7 people withdrawn from the company in 2020 for reasons unknown. To try and find out more about the relationship between KCT and Relish Capital, I went to B2B Hints, an international website that uses cloud technologies to aggregate and process public data about companies around the world. Remember the person who replied to my email signed off as M. Narang? I found it very interesting that for someone with such a position in the company would reply with an email that has no customized signature, just kind regards Narang SEO. So when I scrolled down, I saw related companies and there is Mohit Narang. I clicked on it and his name is linked to 2 companies, KCT and KCT Multipurpose Fund. Nothing about Relish Capital. But could Relish Capital be the same company as Multipurpose Fund, but while they use a different name? With all these questions in mind, I couldn't help but continue to go down the rabbit hole. At this point, I wanted to find out more about this Multipurpose Fund company because maybe then there's something that links back to Relish Capital. These seem to be all related companies. Relish Capital is not on the list. I don't know, maybe it's hidden somewhere, who knows. I am not saying they are not a subdivision of KCT, which I've confirmed confirm it is registered and a legit company. But I'm just pointing out a few things that makes it really hard to verify the information claimed by Relish Capital on their website. KCT being regulated by DFSA is true, but if Relish Capital is a division of KCT, that's the part that is not clear, at least for now. When I couldn't get the answer to one important question, I started to notice other things. This is not to say they are a scam. You can decide on your own what you want to believe, but here's what I found. The website domain seems to have been created on the 22nd February 2022. There is no information on Google about the founder or co-founder of this company, and it's not clear if the founder for KCT is the same founder who founded Relish Capital. They put up pictures of their team, but I noticed something interesting. All the pictures have color, but when you click to enlarge, they become black and white. Black and white pictures make it really hard for Google image search to find similar results. I did try to find if the face matched the name. I could not find any relevant information, even after I used an application to recolor the image. For a moment there, I wondered if this was done on purpose or it's just their preference. Black and white photos are normal even for companies' employees, but what caught my attention was the change when you hover the mouse to each person. If they preferred black and white, wouldn't it make more sense to stick with the black and white color throughout? I don't know, it makes it look suspicious, but then again, it could be just their preference. On their website, when you scroll down, there is this clause basically stating that investments may not always receive anticipated returns. However, on their dashboard, which is a different URL, they guarantee 20% to 30% rental income monthly. If unforeseen circumstances are possible, why is that their messaging is different on the private platform, the client side, while on the public platform, they only talk about rental, no specific packages mentioned or guaranteed returns? Isn't such information supposed to be accessible publicly, or was this hidden on purpose? If this was on purpose, my theory would be that perhaps not mentioning guaranteed returns on the public website is a form of protection against the law. Think about this. If at any point you are to lose your money and complain to the police, the company could point out to the authorities that they did warn you here and they did not promise any specific returns. How would you prove that on their client side, which is separate from this, they specified 20% guaranteed returns? Let's say if they woke up tomorrow and decided to deactivate that client side URL and only be left with the main website. This is hypothetical. I'm not saying they will do this, nor am I calling them a scam. I believe each person can decide on their own what they want to believe. Notice how instead of showing the entire paragraph here, they only wrote a few lines and more. But how many people are actually gonna see this and click on it? The color used is not bright enough. There is enough space for this paragraph to be displayed. I don't know, I feel like for information that is so important, you would want it to be clearly visible. I know they've paid some people, but this doesn't mean that we shouldn't bring content to the public. And to Relish Capital team, if you're watching this and you really are what you say you are, I think for a company that involves people's money, it would be nice if your messaging was consistent. If you're gonna say on your public platform, which is your website, there are no guaranteed returns, and then you go to your client side or your private website and say 20 to 30% guaranteed returns every month, it just doesn't add up. Also, if you're gonna say you are a division of KCT Capital, which is a registered company, I think it would be fair to make it possible for your customers to be able to verify this information, because no one wants to invest their money in a company that has some dodgy trades. But then again, I am no one to tell a company how to run their business. The question remains, is Relish Capital a scam or legit? I don't know, you be the judge.